Mr. Willie G. Miller, thank you so very much for sitting down with us for the interview today. Tell me, were you drafted into the Marines or did you enlist?
I enlisted into the United States Marine Corp.
What led you to enlist?
My brother was in the Army, and I couldn't serve with him, so I chose the Marine Corp.
Very nice. Tell me about one of your most memorable times in the Marine Corps.
I think the day I caught the freight to go join the Marine Corps, I had a friend of mine who was named Star. We was to join the Corps together, and during the examination, he failed, and I had to go alone. See? And when I got to Montford Point Camp, I was in for a rude awakening about the Marine Corps.
Wow. When you say rude awakening, what?
The rude awakening, the truck pulled off to the side of the road going into Montford Point Camp, and we was all undressed and sprayed. See?
And sprayed?
It was sprayed with some kind of disinfectant spray. And the guy told us we wouldn't bring any crabs or lice into the camp. And then they issued us utilities right away. And I never will forget that bucket they gave me with a toothbrush and so forth on soap and a brush to scrub and this and that and that. See? And then we headed to the tent camp, what was then Montford Point Camp.
Wow. Wow. So they made everyone strip down.
Everyone, and it was approximately 50 people on that truck.
Wow.
See?
Amazing.
The truck picked us up at Railhead at Wilmington, North Carolina. And it's about 48 or 50 mile drive to where we went to Camp Montford Point Camp.
Were you assigned a job immediately?
No, I went to training, and I was assigned to a platoon. When the platoon got 60 people in it, it would start training. See, and then it was 12 weeks training. We completed the boot. When you complete boot camp, then you went for an assignment. See, and I got a depot company. In other words, a depot company at that time was just a working party. See, but
it was a what? I'm
a
sorry.
working party.
Okay.
But I stayed at Montford Point Camp, I guess, maybe 3 months at training. And well, we eventually shipped out. And my first duty station was McAllister, Oklahoma.
Oh.
A lot of people don't even know where it's located, but it's on the Mississippi River, west coast of McAllister. From there, we were sent to Port Hueneme, California. That's where I should go overseas, see. And overseas, I served at Hawaii for a while. We left Hawaii. The next place I got off the ship was at Wake. The next place that we bought was Guam. The next time I got off the ship, we was at Okinawa. This was the end of the war. I think I made D4. In other words, I left that ship on the 4th day after being there. I was assigned to the 6th Marine Regiment to carry supplies and evacuate the wounded. I stayed at Okinawa to the completion of the island was secured during the first atomic bomb was exploded at Hiroshima. The war sort of stalled, see. And well, we had a lot of things, but the most exciting thing I did during this time, the Japanese wouldn't bury their dead.
Oh, really?
No, they refused to bury their dead, see. And I was in that detail, to bury them. Yeah, they had been lying around for a good while, You know how this, of course, maybe you don't know how, but this is the way it was, yeah.
So these were the dead from the atomic bomb?
No, the dead from an accident in Okinawa.
Oh, okay.
The bomb was in Japan.
Okay.
See, yeah. I don't know what actually the dates. I couldn't give you the dates the bomb was dropped at Hiroshima, but after the second bomb drop at Nagasaki, the war was just about over. See?
Okay.
Well, and naturally, all the kids that had wives or had kids or had a family, they start evacuating them back home, and I had me. See. And naturally, I had to go ahead forward with the organization to occupation service, or occupation duty of Japan, in Japan. I did have a chance to go where the bomb was dropped. And a heck of a sight to see bodies what was sort of melted into the cement. Or you could see it was women and children, but the size of the bodies.
That must have been a sight. It's one of
Well,
those.
this didn't happen overnight. It's happened probably days after that. I imagine this was in June or maybe July, and after the emperor signed the release, that's when we went to Japan. I do believe it was sometime in early June, and the bomb was dropped in April. And I think during that September, I returned back to the United States by ship. See? But naturally, we didn't have, airplanes flying as we have airplanes flying today. See? Now, that was the only battle I saw in the whole war, in Okinawa.
Okay. Go ahead.
We had other depot companies before I was, they landed at Iwo Jima, all of these places was here. Yeah. See? But you were assigned to the division you were assigned to, you stayed with at all times. See, we was assigned to the 6th Marine Division. See, at that island we had the 6th Marine Division Cemetery and I believe it was the 2nd or the 1st Division Cemetery, but I was assigned to the 2nd Division Cemetery.
Did you retire from the Marines?
I retired from the Marine Corps in 1968. Retired as a Master Sergeant. I entered the Marine Corps as a private.
Nice.
And I do believe I'd have made a career out of the Marine Corps, but I did 2 tours of Vietnam, and I had learned that I was due for the next 6 months, so I beat them to the game by going, and I had enough time to leave.
So, sir, after having served the length of time and retiring from the Marines and seeing various presidents and administrations, what do you think about our first African American president?
A wonderful thing happened. I never thought in my lifetime I would see this happen. And if you look back over my lifetime, I think this is coming, Saturday? I'll reach 89th birthday. See? And I never thought this in my lifetime would ever happen. I like to tell you about the receiving this medal in Washington.
That's what I was going to ask.
It was the most hottest summer I ever spent in Washington. They got a instruction to come with a 3-piece suit, and it was 99 degrees, and people in the band was falling and sweating. And when they finally called my name, I couldn't get up. I don't know why my knees got weak, but some Jones still put this medal around my neck, and I honor it from just that day. It's the greatest thing ever happened to me in the Corps.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's really, really wonderful time. What did you feel about, what was your opinion about it taking the length of time that it took to receive the gold medal?
Well, everything takes time. I have learned, to sort of let time take its course. Just like Obama had, becoming president. And look at the route he had taken in his life, and so on and so forth. And everybody, it don't happen overnight. Life don't happen overnight. You learn as you go. See, to be sort of tempered with the situation. I met a lot of people I really enjoyed being with. Japanese soldiers was after the war. I went in Japan to the occupation force. I enjoyed it. They got along just fine. Never had any problems.
Good.
In fact, I hadn't had any problems with while I was in the service. No time. It was a wonderful tour.
Sounds like you had a really, really good experience.
Well, yes,
Yes.
a wonderful experience.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, we really do appreciate you sharing your history as a Marine and also your history with the Montford Point.
Marine, yeah.
Camp. Yes, thank you.
And thanks for having me.
You're very welcome.
All right.